Dee Heath, what's good, bro?
What's going on, brother? How's everything?
Yeah, we good, man. If you don't mind, we're gonna be picking your brain a little bit, and this is Creep-Lyfe Tv, so
Oh, shit.
we're gonna be asking some questions and trying to get your views on certain things. Is that cool?
I guess. Let's go for it. Let's do it.
Okay, so I know that you're a business person. You know, you're a business guy. You've been in business for a while now, and I guess we can touch on some of those things. But the question that I was really gonna ask you is, what are your thoughts on some of the obstacles of starting a business?
Wow. Where do I start?
I know it's a loaded question.
Yeah. Could have saved that for last. As far as obstacles, I mean, I think the biggest obstacle is really yourself, honestly, when it comes to business. And the reason I say that is because before you get support from anyone, you have to have support from within yourself, rather. You have to believe off the top that whatever goals you have can be accomplished. If you have any, if your mindset tells you for 1 second that it cannot be done, then most likely it cannot be done. You know, it was a quote that stuck with me for a while, and the quote, I believe it was by Henry Ford, that said, those who believe that they can and those who believe that they can't are both right.
Wow.
And that really stuck out to me because that right there in a nutshell basically lets you know that you're when it comes to the power within you, it's all about you. It's all about what you feel you can do. If you feel you can do it, then you can do it. If you feel that you cannot do it, then guess what? You're absolutely right. You can't do it. So don't bother.
See, we're projectors of this reality. And people think Dee Heath is only fun and games and joking around, but Dee Heath is a philosopher too. Listen to that quote, Henry Ford.
Just a lot of reading and a lot of research. That's all it is, you know. Especially, hopefully, I answered your question.
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest enemy is ourself a lot of times, and we have to see it first. We have to see ourselves as where we want to be, and then people usually get on board.
Definitely.
So more towards that, do you find that friends really usually support in the beginning, or family? How do you feel? How do you feel that goes normally?
It's kind of funny. With family and friends, I would say in most cases, they don't support right away, and honestly, I don't think that they do it intentionally. Most times, I think it's more so of when it comes to friends and family, they know you for who you are at the time. Like, they don't know you as a business person or someone that's striving to be a business person. So therefore, you have to do something pretty dramatic in a positive way in order for them to actually take you seriously. Now, is that a good thing? Not necessarily, but I don't really see necessarily as a bad thing also, because someone like myself, for some reason, I take great pride in people not believing in me. For some reason, I'm not sure if that's the way it's supposed to be, but I'm at my best when people are doubting me.
Motivation.
So as far as support, it's crazy. I mean, take for example, it's a kid named Larry in the hood that he's known for eating his own boogers, basically. But Larry all of a sudden comes in with this business idea to his family and friends saying, look, here's what I want right here. Here's what I want to do. People are going to find it very hard to get past the fact that Larry eats his own boogers.
Absolutely.
But on the other hand, if Larry takes that same business idea to a person that's never seen him a day in his life, they're going to take him seriously because they don't know Larry as a person that eats his own boogers. They know Larry as this person that's coming with a business proposal, and they're going to take him at that point. Now, once this stranger comes in and actually helps Larry become this big, successful businessman or businesswoman, whatever the case may be, that's when the family and friends tend to forget that Larry eats his own boogers.
Absolutely, and I agree with you 100% on that. Because, I mean, you first have to be convinced of who you want to become. And then friends and family, like you said, they usually see you as who they know you as. And then, if you fail, they can say, oh, I knew it wasn't going to happen. If you succeed, they can say, oh, I knew there was something special about that guy.
That's just life, man. Like, people overall just fair weather people. They go for what's going good. If they see you successful, okay, I always knew you had it in you. And as soon as you do bad, like, oh, I knew he wasn't shit. I knew it.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, it is what it is. You take the good with the bad. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Another question I have for you now is, what do you think is the current state of black-owned business right now?
Damn, brother, did your research on this one, huh?
Oh.
Wow. I feel that more black businesses need to be together, obviously, as a lot of black people feel we need to stick together more overall. With that being said, I also, hopefully I don't get shot for this. I feel that black businesses as a whole and in general need to do better within ourselves.
I agree.
Also, and the reason why I say that is because for whatever reason, we as black people, we're quick to spend our money with someone else. And no matter how much money it costs, like we feel more comfortable spending our money with someone else as opposed to spending it within ourselves and keeping all the money, you know, with us. And that kind of bothers me because I feel that we're the only people that do that. If you go and you look at, good luck getting someone Jewish to come to your black-owned store and buy something. They will definitely find something similar to what you have and find one of their Jew friends, and they're going to buy it from them just for that support. That's something that I think that we're lacking and missing.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then, you know, there's another way to look at that because, you know, are we doing good business? You know, I mean, I noticed the black barbershops in particular are started dying down, and you see the Dominican barbershops, they're coming up. Are we doing as good as we can do in business to support each other? That's some of the questions and things that we encounter. You know, some of the restaurants, you have black-owned restaurants, they charge an arm and a leg for certain things that maybe the Chinese and the Mexican and the other Hispanic restaurants aren't. You know, so
and special shout out to all them soul food places too, man, that be charging me $15, $60 for some damn oxtails. Don't make no damn sense, man. Go right to the Spanish restaurant right across the street and get you a $5 plate. You get you a nice bit of chicken, enough rice to last you a lifetime, a little cup of beans, and they may throw you a can of soda, man. Like, I mean, it's just certain things like that. Like, that's the reason why it's hard for us to, like, I mean, we need to sit together, but we also have to be realistic also within ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, that is a whole topic within and of itself, you know, that we can go into deeply. But, I mean, moving on, I wanted to ask you another question. Do you think the wealthy and rich, I mean, not even just rich, because there's rich and then you have wealthy. Do you think the rich black people are doing enough to show their support and to give back to these communities who, just remember where they came from and provide opportunities for other black people to rise up to in business?
Wow. Short answer, I will say no. They're not doing enough. But in all fairness, I don't think it's as easy for them as we would like it to be. And the reason why I say that is because usually black-owned businesses, like when you're in business, you're almost forced to deal with others. And the reason why I say that is because you may not get the majority of your money from your people. Honestly, because you're like I said a few minutes ago, our people will be quick to go shop with someone else. So therefore, you find yourself making money through other ethnicities who support your movement or support your business, and maybe black-owned businesses use that as motivation to not do enough in the black community because maybe they feel the black community is not doing anything for them. Now, I mean, I don't want to come off sounding as if I support not looking out for your community. It's not that at all. It's just that, like, it has to be a give and take, basically.
Absolutely. I mean, because myself, I notice somebody like Styles P, who is successful and is a good rapper, but he's not the richest he's not the Jay-Z, he's not the Sean Combs, he's not, the Babies and the Lil Waynes and all of that, making all of that money, but yet he started a trend, in my opinion, with Juices for Life. We're not being paid by them, but I'm gonna say that I'm proud of him for something like that because he has something in the neighborhoods. It's a regular store because a lot of times, what young black people look up to is what they see themselves doing. People like them doing.
Definitely.
And so if they look around their community and they see Dominican-owned corner stores, Chinese restaurants, chicken spots owned by Arabs, nothing wrong with that. But they're not seeing us in our community owning things, owning car dealerships, owning car auto mechanic places. And so all we see is basketball players, actors, actresses, and stuff like that, but we can do more. So I think the power in something that Styles P is doing is allowing other people to see, oh, well, that's possible too. That's another avenue.
You're absolutely right. Shout out to Styles P for that. At the same time, he's only one person.
Absolutely, yep.
So, I mean, in this case here, one person cannot make a difference, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, no matter
It
what.
can start, but
this shit damn near impossible, honestly. Yeah. But, like I said, black-owned businesses, man, we just, overall, all across the board, we just need to do better with each other as consumers as well. We have, like I said, just support. That's what it comes down to. And if we're not going to support, then we're going to be having topics like this, shit, daily, weekly, until something happens to change.
Absolutely. Yo, D, man, I appreciate you letting us into your mind and see what you're thinking on some of these subjects. We're going to be hitting you and talking to you about what your opinion is on sports, boxing, the playoffs. I know your team got knocked out.
As long as we're not talking about the Indiana Pacers, man, fuck them, man. I'm done. Matter of fact, you might have to turn that camera off. I don't even want to talk no more. Fucking yeah. Wait, matter of fact, hold on. Before we get off, I got one more thing to say. To all the viewers out there, man, if you're a model, music artist, anything aspiring in this world, man, the late, the great, let's all get together, man. Like, if you feel that you have what it takes to become the big star, then feel free to hit us up at Creep-Lyfe Tv at gmail.com, and we would love to have you on board for an interview. And also, another thing, please subscribe to this channel, Creep-Lyfe TV. Subscribe, fucking subscribe. Holla.
Yes, sir.